einen Mann, der von der wunderschönen Ferieninsel Teneriffa kommt. War der erste Spanier überhaupt, der das Achtelfinale bei einer Weltmeisterschaft erreichen konnte. Bei der WM 2015 hat sich längst bei der PDC etabliert, gehört zu den Top 40 als aktuelle Nummer 38 der Welt. Die Rede ist von The Spartan Cristo Reyes. Wenn der Kerl kommt, hat die Stunde geschlagen. 23 Jahre jung, aus den Niederlanden und bereits die Nummer 17 der Welt. In diesem Jahr 2016 hat er seine ersten beiden Pro-Tour-Turniere gewonnen. Herzlich willkommen, Big Ben Benito van der Pas. We're gonna make it all come true.
Well, Benito van der Pas, the number 6 seed and a former finalist on the European Tour, hoping to avoid a similar fate for Jelle Klaassen, his countryman, who's just got an absolute hiding from Johnny Clayton in the opening match of the night here at the Happy Bet European Darts Grand Prix. It is Johnny Clayton, the Welshman, who joins his countryman Gerwyn Price in the last 16. The third round, the round of 16, will be played tomorrow afternoon with the quarter-final, the semi-final and the final on the way tomorrow night. And Jelle Klaassen has a habit of losing to the eventual champions. Could Johnny Clayton go and win it? Well, I tell you what, if he finishes like he has been doing this weekend, he's only missed 3 darts at double over 2 games. He might. What say you, Rob Malarkey?
Don't see any reason why not, Dan. On the evidence of that, that was simply stunning from Johnny Clayton. Not too many people would have had that one down for a 6-1 win for the Welshman, but that's exactly what we witnessed. But now we move on to the next matter in hand. Benito van der Pas against Cristo Reyes for the right to face Joe Mernon in the last 16 tomorrow. Level pegging on the head-to-head encounters, one apiece as far as I'm concerned. I was doing a little bit of research earlier on the most recent meeting in the Players' Championship in Barnsley in July of this year in the last 32. Reyes winning that one 6-5. And there's every suggestion that this one could go a pretty long way as well. Certainly has the capabilities of being a 10 or 11 darter, 11 leg one, this one. But van der Pas, certainly a player who's enjoying his best season on the PDC circuit. 2 titles on the Players' Championship Series, 2 appearances in the final as well. But Cristo Reyes, on his day, if he turns up, can be a very dangerous
Cristo to throw first. Game on.
Proposition. We shall see.
Yes, we shall. Cristo Reyes has the advantage of throwing first, and that victory that you mentioned Cristo got just before we got going here against Benito in July, won it 6-5 in Barnsley. It was in the last 32, but that was a tournament where Cristo went on to make his first semi-final in a PDC ranking event. Significant step forward that for Cristo. Follows on from his first quarter-final back in April, because he kept reaching this last 16 point and being unable to go any further. And having finally broken that barrier, he'll be looking to do that on the European Tour. Obviously, there's a bit more money available on the European Tour.
58.
And it's important for Cristo. He has been getting to a number of Euro Tours. Earlier on in the year, he did make the last 16 of the German Darts Masters. That was the one we had in Munich. But a quarter-final, a few extra grand can just secure your spot in the European Championship in Hasselt, and that one falls out the board, and Cristo's got all the time in the world here.
Yeah, and we mentioned the point yesterday, Cristo will be involved in Hildesheim in October as well, so he's guaranteed another £1,000 as far as the quest to make it to Hasselt is concerned. 1,500 guaranteed here this weekend as well. Just a cluster of players in and around that cut-off point at the moment.
Yeah, Cristo's one of them, isn't he, at the moment?
Yeah, Johnny Clayton's another one now.
Well, yeah. Double 10. Oh, dear. Yeah, there it is, 15 darter for Cristo Reyes. Yeah, at the moment he's guaranteed £8,500 by my reckoning, Cristo Reyes. If he loses this one, he loses in the first round of the final tournament. Now that may well not quite be enough. It might be enough, but it's guesswork. To be safe, we reckon you're probably going to need 9, 9.5, 10. So he's looking at winning at least one more game.
36.
Now, that's going to be tough against Benito van der Pas, against the number 6 seed here. And who knows? You know, you could get a tricky draw in the first round in Hildesheim, and he might just end up missing out. He may have enough, but we don't know, and he'll want to be safe.
He could do with consulting someone like Sam Allardyce, who always knew what he needed to get teams dragged out of the relegation zone. Always got it down to an absolute T.
57.
We need 4 points from the next 3 matches, and we're there.
Yeah,
that's what Reyes
confident.
Could do.
Yeah,
just to plot his route to salvation.
Well, I'll tell him if you want. Go and win the thing.
Yeah,
then he's it.
That'll do it.
Done. It's going to be difficult if Benito fires in loads more of those. That's his first one. Potentially 11 darter, and after being absolutely nowhere in the opening leg, Benito van der Pas, he's looking good. And even if that had gone in for a 180 for Christo, still be some way behind. 16 for double top. Double top. Yeah, very good. 56 check out, 11 darter.
Let Christo to throw first.
Yeah. Benito van der Pas, a man who's had a couple of highlights on the European Tour this year. He made the semi-finals in Reyes, where he lost to Kim Huybrechts, although he did ride his luck in the quarter-finals against Simon Whitlock, having trailed 5-4. Whitlock missed a dart at tops for a 6-4 win, but van der Pas still had work to do. Made the last 8 in Venray.
140.
And also in Hamburg as well, where he lost to the eventual champion, James Wade. And of course, as you said, one obvious highlight last year, making the final in Reyes, after eliminating Michael van Gerwen. Beat Michael van Gerwen earlier this year as well in one of the Players' Championship events that I referred to.
Yeah, he's quite capable of beating the best Benito when he's on form.
140.
Ton 40 there, back-to-back ton 40s for Benito van der Pas as he really attacks the Reyes throw. He's just shaken off what was a bit of a lethargic first leg, Benito, and seems 99. To be motoring along now. 11 darter to hold and really going for this one. Stolen the darts, back in the treble bed again. Big Ben. Just the 85.
85.
A chance for Reyes to get back into contention here. One of the game's more ponderous players is Christian Reyes. We saw that in evidence yesterday in his first round win over Robert Marjanovic.
Yeah, he came from 3-2 down in that one against Marjanovic, ended up winning it 6-3. It was his finishing that was impressive. 60% on the double. I mean, you're not quite in Johnny Clayton territory there, but very, very good.
Yeah, it was a 107 checkout that wrapped things up as well.
Hang about. Bullseye.
101. Benito,
always quite fancy these lads who play a lot of soft tip when they've got a bullseye finish, but not to be for Christo this time, and Benito for a break of throw. Double 10. Double 5, chasing it round the board. There it is. There it is, and it is a break of throw. Benito van der Pas goes into the lead.
Benito to throw first. Game on.
Winner of this one will face Joe Mernon. As you said, Rob, and Mernon, we saw him in the first game of today.
96.
Knocking out the number 11 seed Terry Jenkins with a pretty solid display. The average dipped to just over 93 in the end, but for a lot of the game, it was up in the mid to high 90s. And it was good to
60.
see from Joe Mernon, because if he can put together a set of performances like we've seen him do on a couple of occasions, made the quarter-final in one of these tournaments in Hildesheim, and obviously won a couple of challenge tours and a Players' Championship last year. Who knows, once you book your place in the final day of action, if you turn up and you are playing your best stuff, all of these guys have the capability to go and throw that 100 average over the course of the day, and that can be enough to win yourself the title. 25 grand, placing the Grand Slam of darts, and all sorts of doors open for you.
100.
Terry Jenkins, one of two seeded players to fall by the wayside in the afternoon session. Simon Whitlock, the other, at the expense of Barney. Yellow Klassen joining them in the first match of the evening session. 4 European Tour champions on stage later, including Kim Huybrechts, the defending champion here, on stage next against
99.
Shindy Martin Schindler.
Yeah, the last German standing, Martin Schindler. The wall. And it is rammed in here in Sindelfingen tonight.
Brilliant atmosphere. Just watching it when the gates opened. Everybody just flew in. Made a
79
beeline for the seats right by the
Benito
stage.
uniform 122.
Cracking atmosphere.
1-2-2 for Benito. Plays 1-2-8 for Cristo. Benito should get a dart at least at the bullseye. It is going to be at the bullseye for 3-1.
97.
Unable to find the
Benito
target.
uniform
Cristo
128.
may get a dart at the bullseye himself. He'll look at the 18s first. Now treble 20 for ball. Gets the treble. Can he hit the bullseye? He can, and there you go.
Full flag. Cristo
And he
Reyes.
liked it, the man from Tenerife. Why not?
Well, we have seen some brilliant finishing.
Fifth leg, Cristo to
I'll be
throw
amazed
first.
if anything surpasses what
Game on.
Barney did
I'll be
in the 11th leg of that epic against Simon Whitlock. But a 1-2-8 checkout to break back straight away for Cristo Reyes.
41.
He will feel much better about things now.
Yeah, he certainly will. Yeah, that Barney checkout, 141 in the deciding leg when Whitlock just left himself 3 clear darts at double 16 for the
92.
match.
The great thing was about that as well, Barney's reaction afterwards on stage with Elmar. It's like it was just a non-event for him.
Yeah,
He barely made reference to it.
oh, the 1-4-1. Yeah,
81.
yeah, it was a good shot. Yeah. Yeah, I saw him
Dan
very
Dawson
briefly.
nearly spontaneously combusted alongside me.
I had to go and have a lie down.
100.
Shot of the year for the Euro Tour for me.
Balls of steel from Barney there. Not so from Reyes here.
$85.
And we've had Tony West and Terry Jenkins hitting 3 triple ones today as well.
Yes, yeah, we got the 9 twice, didn't we? Not the 9 we were after. Still waiting for that.
133.
So we're waiting till Kingdom Come, Dan. Whenever that might be.
Quite possibly. Now, Cristo. Oh, look at this. Getting himself right back in this one.
135.
Frustrating. That's left him a bogey number. Even just a single 20 would have left him the 154.
81.
95 is not the easiest checkout in the world. Look at the bullseye when he returns, but Cristo's going to be very handily placed. Very handily placed. Superb stuff from Cristo.
127.
Couldn't do any more than that.
Benito require 95.
Yeah, with what he had.
Bullseye.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a nightmare. Treble 19 for double 19 now. Gets the treble, double 19. Oh,
57.
and it looked pretty good for the centre of the bull as well. Had he done that, he would have had...
It made that, had it gone in that reassuring clatter that you sometimes get.
Aim shot to the
Almost
fifth leg.
bursting the
Cristo
speakers,
Reyes.
but Reyes
Sixth leg, Benito to throw first. Game
punishes
on.
Van der Pas for his misfortune there. Gets his nose back in front at 3-2. We're on throw effectively now once again.
140.
And this is just coming to simmering point now.
44.
Reyes, having got himself into a good position, opens with 44 and Van der Pas
140.
all over that. And already the gap is significant, albeit on the Van der Pas throw.
60.
Yeah, well, Cristo knows that holding his throw is enough. But you can't just rely on doing that
136.
when you've got a player of Benito van der Pas's calibre who quite easily chuck 11 darters at you at will. And he might fire an 11 darter here.
But well done.
To level it
57.
up.
Benito, you require 85.
Cristo might be about to lose this by 340 points this leg.
Treble 15. Oh, he went to 19s instead.
45.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough. Didn't need to use the ball route, so... And come back with 3 darts at double top. And Christo, yeah, well,
85. Benito, you require 40.
You keep plugging away, but Benito's going to get loads of darts at double top or double 10. And he only needs the 2, and it's a 14 darter, 3 apiece.
7 flag, Christo to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, he's had a 11 dart hold, a 15 dart break, a 14 dart hold. It's
59.
very neat and tidy stats from both players to some extent here.
That
And the pass
average.
on the averages though.
It's pretty
100.
decent stuff from Benito van der Pas, but Reyes still with that advantage. It's 3 apiece and he has the throw. So he knows that 3 strong legs on throw, but this is not a strong leg on throw.
57.
And that's the problem. Not rely. Nobody wants to just think, oh, just hold me throw, win it in the deciding leg. Can't do that against these boys.
Especially if you throw 116
122.
with 6 darts. And Van der Pas in a good position to break again here.
59.
Even more so now.
Can't buy a treble at the minute. Christo Reyes and Benito van der Pas. Oh,
Certainly
straight
can.
in there.
85.
A little bit disappointing from Benito from his own perspective there after a good first start. Seemed a
100.
big target to slam into and follow into the treble bed. Not really been punished by Christo. He's going to be first to a finish unless he has an absolute nightmare here.
He
He
is.
might be.
41.
It could have gone better, let's say that. And it's just opened the door for Christo. Oh, now then, is he walking through it? He might be. Look at this, Christo Reyes. He was a long way back in this leg, Christo Reyes, but he's got himself down to a 2-darter.
He's just yanked the door wide open.
Really?
Van der Pas is not done with just yet. 74 remaining, so yeah,
121.
that set it up very
Christo,
nicely
you
indeed if
require
he gets the
86.
opportunity.
Double 16, 2 darts at it. Christo
Big
Reyes
shot
only
to the
needs the
7th
1.
leg.
And
Christo
somehow he has wrestled
Hey,
that
Benito
leg
to
back.
throw
Benito
first.
put himself in a
Game on.
position to win it, and it just faded his challenge there. And Christo does have one of those holds of throw that he needs.
Yeah, he was miles behind in that one.
135.
At one stage he needed snookers, but he has won the 7th leg. He leads 4-3.
57.
But once again, he makes a sluggish start to this leg, unable to find a treble.
See Christo
99.
was practicing his throw at the back of the stage there. You know, he's just doing some sort of magic hands business, jazz hands at the back of the stage.
140.
Seems to have worked though. Fires in a ton 40, keeps him not too far behind Benito in this one.
100.
And Joe Mernon, of course, is the unseeded player, or one of the 2 unseeded players to make it through from the afternoon session. If Christo can convert this slender advantage into a victory, it guarantees an
94.
unseeded player in the
Benito,
final
you
session
call
of action tomorrow night in the
167.
quarterfinals.
And it just opens up that particular segment of the draw as well.
Oh.
And it again creates a really good opportunity for somebody to
135.
make really good inroads through the draw.
Pragmatic darts there from Benito van der Pas. No need to go treble 19 ball, so he just stayed up on the treble 20, liked the lie,
96.
found another
Benito,
one,
you require
and sets it up
32.
nicely to 3 darts at double 16 for 4 apiece. And there we go, 14 darter for Benito. His winning legs have been pretty solid stuff, it has to be said. But he needs to find a break. Now, he did break in the 3rd leg, but he was broken back immediately with that
43.
excellent 1-8 finish on the bullseye from Christo Reyes. But once again, Christo has gone off pretty poorly in this leg, and it's a chance for Benito to jump all over it. But there will be
57.
no jumping all over it. There will be a 57.
Yeah, it's just a mild step over.
He's still averaging 99, Benito, and you know, 99 plays 88. You would think that that would be significant enough, particularly in that
97.
first 9 average. But when it comes to the back end of legs, Benito hasn't been quite as good. Whereas Christo has The case in point was a couple of legs ago when he managed to come from a long way back and win it. He did have that pretty brutal leg where he was beaten by hundreds of points, and that always affects your average. But the finishing has been pretty good.
137.
Reyes, and that's better. 137. Pressure is on, and it is mounting on Benito van der Pas. We could see a second seeded player knocked out after just 2 games of the evening session. You see there.
A second Dutch seeded player.
Well, yeah, quite.
It'll be a bad night for the Orange.
Oh, that's superb from Cristo Reyes. His first maximum gets him down to 44.
Yeah, what a time to come up with that.
134. Cristo, you require 44.
It must feel like 280 the time it's come up. Double 16 then for a 5-4 lead and another hold of throw. Ooh, it's not to be now, 95.
Now, he had this earlier on. He went for the bullseye and it spat out the board. He then hit the treble 19 and missed the double 19. Does he go the same way? It looks as if he will. That one sticks in the board. So 20s. Gets the treble double 5.
85.
Well, he got the dart at the double that he was after.
But it wasn't enough. Reyes. 3 more goes at double 16. Only needs 1.
Template Benito to throw
And
first.
Reyes, his habit of holding, is serving him well so far.
Well, we said he wouldn't want to just rely on holding throw, but if he does it, he'll be happy.
He'll be delighted. What would be annoying, obviously, for him if he were to go to 5-all and then be broken in the 11th, and he would be left to reflect on what might have been. And of course, the closer he gets to the goal of reaching the last 16, the more that will possibly prey on his mind.
Well, huge opportunity now for Cristo Reyes to get this over and done with without any of the stresses of a last leg decider.
100.
Does that every now and again, Cristo. You saw it when he was going for double 16 and he missed the 2 darts there. If he thinks he's got the line in length, he'll not take as long. He just goes, I know where I'm going, bang, and releases it very quickly. It doesn't always work for him. Gary Anderson used to do that a lot, particularly around the treble 20. He'd have a little look and throw it as normal with his first dart, and if it was in the right place, it'd just be bang,
57.
bang, let them go. And the amount of times that he'd fill up that treble 20 bed, it was astonishing.
Just the 57 from Reyes there, just lets Van der Pas in once again to force a deciding leg here.
97.
And Van der Pas gets down to 154 on his throw. Can Reyes put some pressure on here?
58.
Not a great deal.
Benito, you require 154.
To take us all the way to a last leg decider, Benito van der Pas is not going to do that on this visit, but he is going to set himself up pretty well, excellently in fact.
130. Cristo, you require 146.
What a shot this would be to close it out.
It would be the stuff of dreams, but it's not going to be. Van der Pas will have 3 goes at double 12
you
here
require 24.
to take it into an 11th and deciding leg. And that's exactly what we've got.
Benito van der Pas.
Hold on to your hats, fasten your seatbelts. Here we go.
Final leg, Cristo to throw first. Game on.
Will winning the bull off behind the stage before the build to this match prove decisive?
Well, Cristo Reyes has made
100.
the last day of action on the European Tour once before this year. He's had a succession of Euro Tour disappointments. Can he get over the line here? Benito van der Pas has broken him once, but he was broken straight back by Cristo with that 128 bull checkout. Level tons for both men. Cristo doesn't get a treble.
Once again.
Oh, it's good. It's good from Benito. Cristo's not going to leave a finish after this visit. We know that. But if he can put a big hole in it, a big hole, Cristo.
An even bigger hole than what he's got at the moment.
140.
That's good. That is good.
He'll be happy with that.
Tense stuff here. That's a block of dart. Van der Pas will come downstairs. He's not going to leave a finish himself, so Christo knows he's got 2 visits to see off 203. If he can just get down to under 100. He's not going to do that. 25 scored, so that leaves 178. So he's going to get the 18s. Oh my word, that is a shocker. What a time to throw a 26. It is just handed the chance to Benito van der Pas.
It's absolutely unravelled, although Van der Pas, it might be unravelling for him here as well. My word, what is going on?
Oh my.
27.
Okay,
26, 27?
He's down to 150, but Reyes will be counting his blessings after that.
We said it was nervy.
Oh, the tension is absolutely tangible. It really is.
Oh, better, Christo. Down for the 19s. 99, that is okay. He should get a dart for the match unless Benito pulls out something very, very special here. And he might. Oh, he needed another one for a go at double 18. He's not going to get it.
90.
And Reyes, 78.
Requires 78.
He'd taken out 86. He took out the 128, but everything else has been 40 or below. Big, big chance for Christo Reyes. 20 for double top to knock Benito van der Pas out.
38.
Seemed to rush it, misses high. Van der Pas will get 2 match starts himself.
Well, he had several let-offs in reset, which we referred to earlier on. This could well be another one. Van der Pas, 2 bites at double 20 for a place in the last 16. And the number 6 seed has dodged a huge, huge bullet in that one. And Van der Pas almost apologises as he waves to the crowd there and shakes Christo Reyes' hand. He knows he has got out of jail in that one. And once again, Christo Reyes faces up to a disappointment that he knows could well have been rectified. He had opportunities aplenty there, but it's not to be. The Spartan will play no further part this weekend here in Sindelfingen. For Van der Pas, my word, he'll be breathing a huge, huge sigh of relief. But it's he who faces Joe Mernon tomorrow. Heidricks and Schindler on stage next.
Erfolg über Christo Reyes. Benito, congratulations. That was a close one.
Yeah, it was close, but I think the whole match I was better. But every time I missed a double or I cannot break him, and then he had a good finish on the ball. And I'm happy with the win, but I'm happy with my game. But when it's important, then I had a bad score. But
yeah, that's right. Your average was much higher than the one from Reyes. But at the end, you were the one who hit the double.
normally I have a lower average than my opponent. But now, this time I'm happy that I won. So.
As long as you win, everything is fine. We see you tomorrow, Benito. Congratulations. Benito van der Pas. Er sagt, er hat eigentlich das gesamte Match über das Gefühl gehabt, dass er besser war. Aber irgendwie konnte er keinen Profit rausschlagen. Und Christo Reyes hat